Hi, my name is Travis Austin,
And this is Nathan Kurtz.
and we work with the New Boundary Technologies Support Department. Today, we want to talk about channel-wide security. Channel-wide security will allow you to define user roles, and those user roles will allow your users to perform specific actions within the console. Those actions can include assigning tasks to groups or being able to assign a task to a particular computer, or the ability to just run specific reports. Nathan?
So the first step would be to take an unsecured channel and secure it. We can do that under the Security tab by clicking Configure Security. All we need to do is check this checkbox, and then it will prompt us to make the initial user so that we can then log into the console with that user and perform the rest of the actions to create users and to secure the channel. So one thing to note when you're making users is the role that you give that user specifies what actions inside of the console they are allowed to take. So we can see here, for example, a channel admin manages all the channel activities. They can make user accounts, they can assign tasks, so on and so forth, where, for example, say a report user only has the ability to log in and run reports, and they don't have any ability to make other users or install computers or make config groups or tasks or any of the other such activities inside of the console.
Nate, can you define your own role if you'd like?
Indeed you can. If you wanted to make your own customized roles, with the add a role button here, we can make a role, and then we then get to specify what rights inside of the console they have for of the different things that this group has the ability to do inside of the console, as well as whatever groups or task groups that role has the rights to. And then one other thing to note is that if you want to use email notifications for either configuration groups or task deployments, then the user inside of the console needs to have an email address specified for us to be able to send email alerts to. So here I am logged into the console as the user John, which I created as a report user role. And so if we right click on side of a computer here inside of the console, we see we don't have any ability to assign tasks or add it to a group or to delete it. But we do have the ability to run reports based off of this computer for the state of the machine, or for license usage, or tasks that have been deployed on it, and so on. Also, if we take a look at the Tasks tab, we don't have any ability to create a task or assign any tasks, but again, we can run reports. And again, we also don't have the ability to make any configuration groups, but we do have the ability to run reports on these as well. So let's talk about group security first. Let's take a look at configuration groups, and let's take a look at this INI date doesn't match configuration group. And let us secure this group. And I am going to secure this group so that the only group that has any rights to this group is the channel power users or channel admin groups. And so this means that only users in those two groups have the ability to assign tasks to any machine that is inside of this configuration group. And this ensures that if we jump to a user here who is a help desk user, they no longer have the ability to see that configuration group at all inside of the console, and so they can't assign tasks to that group. However, the computer that was inside of that group is still listed here in the Manage tab, but you'll note that they don't have any ability here to assign a task to that computer because that computer is inside of a group that is secured. So even trying to route around that configuration group which is secured, the user still can't assign a task to that machine. So in addition to being able to secure machines through a configuration group, you can also secure machines using organizational groups under the Manage tab of the console. So here I've got a particular organizational group. Taking a look at the properties, and then again looking at security, I can select which users I want to have the ability to assign tasks to the computers in this group. I can also secure computers through distribution locations as well, if I want to restrict who has the ability to assign tasks to computers that are a member of a distribution location. Again, under security, I can choose the roles that I want to have the ability to assign tasks to that particular distribution location.
Well, what if I wanted my users, or maybe a specific user, to have limited ability as to what tasks they can assign, but yet be able to assign it to any computer?
Yep. So let's go back and let's unsecure this configuration group really quick so that our users can get access to this again. So let's give our help desk users access to that group. And then let's take a task and let's secure a particular task. So this install for 7-zip, I want to make sure that all of my users can assign to computers, but I don't want just anybody to assign this ppm client install task. So the first thing I need to do is create a task group. And I'm going to call it secured tasks. And then I am going to place this task inside of that group, and then I can secure this task group so that, again, only channel power users have the ability to assign that task. So if we come here again to one of our help desk users, we can see here that they can now again see the configuration group that is no longer secured, and they can assign a task to it. They can also assign a task directly to that machine. However, when we're looking at tasks, they don't have the ability to see the task group that that ppm install task is in, but they can still see it when looking at all tasks. But note the secured icon here for this task. So when we right click on it, this task is not something that they can choose to assign. And if we come back here directly to the computer and choose Assign Task, in the list of tasks possible to assign, we do not see that task as an option to assign.
But our power user can see all those tasks and assign them.
Yeah, but our power user, let's go back to our power user here. Here we can see that the power user can see all the tasks, they can see the task group, and they have the ability to assign that ppm client install. And if we go back to the computer and go to Assign Tasks, we can see that both of the tasks are available to assign again.
So with all this channel security, what if I have a problem where maybe one of my users who does have higher privileges maybe deletes a task assignment by mistake, or maybe deletes a configuration group by mistake? How can I determine who might have done that and when? Is that a possibility?
Yes, so after the channel is secured, one of the reports, the admin action log report, becomes a little bit more powerful, in that it will tell you who the user logged into the console was that performed the action. So we can see here that there was the action to add the security roles on a particular task group here, and we can see that this particular user was the user that did that. And so as each user is logged in and performing actions within the console, it will flag who it was who performed that action and at what time. And if it was assigning a task to a computer or to a group, then it will show the computer or group that it was assigned to.
So if you are going to use channel-wide security, you really do want to make users for everybody that is going to be in there.
Correct.
All right, well, this is our video that discusses channel-wide security with user roles, tasks, and groups. Thank you for watching our video series, and look for other videos that will be out shortly. Thank you. Have a good day.